Treasure Island, San Francisco. How dare you do that to my kids? Clip Event 27, Thursday, July 31, 2014. AVCHD2 95. Carol Harvey, videographer.
Alright, these are the outfalls. These are the pipes that are going to the outfalls. It's very dark, but you can probably see that faintly. Right, black light. Right on the ocean, and this area here. Can I walk around here slightly? Yeah, except for this big flop. Okay, here are the pipes.
Brown crabs that kind of come all over this. It's high tide, so usually it's a little more rock.
So we are looking at pipes that radioactivity is coming out of. We didn't ask them if they were going to check the whole banking system. They didn't say. But the suspicion is that radioactive stuff.
So here's some new writing too. This was never there before, so they must have identified something on this one.
Yeah.
AF 122.
Whatever that means. I'll ask them. I'll just ask them in the meeting. What's BKF 122? And that looks like a radiation sign. That triangle with the yellow around it.
Yeah, so that wasn't here before because I used to come out here. This is where we would come to watch meteor showers and stuff. We'd lay out here in blankets.
Meteor showers. Wow. Isn't nature wonderful?
Yeah, like
how hard we're working to completely destroy it.
It's so absolutely beautiful. But the first year that we've been out here to watch shooting stars so many nights. It's pretty. These are the things. That's all.
Can you imagine what it would be like on a beautiful night, a clear night, to just lie on this and look up into
chocolate and cookies and just kind of relaxing, having dessert, and that's the fun stuff that we thought we could always do. Then it's little things like this that now shock me and go, crap, what did I walk happily with my children hand in hand over? What did I do?
What was there all this time? All that time you were having fun.
Because they didn't do their job, and they neglected the obligation they had towards another human being. And they did it with a smile and a handshake and a hidden agenda. And they didn't have any intention at all of revealing or being held accountable for any of the things that they exposed my kids to, just by virtue of being alive and living fully. That's the bitter part of it for me, is they allowed me to be ignorantly complicit because I didn't know. And so
because they didn't tell you.
Right, but
they knew.
It does nothing to alleviate the amount of mother guilt that I'm going to hold for the rest of my life, and especially if praise syndromes, God forbid, make her infertile. Her plan was to be a mom, which was a compliment to me. What if she never gets to do that? What if this long-standing, I pray not, but what if this long-standing effect causes so much pain for her in her future? They're not even going to be around for me to yell at. They're not going to be around us.
Well, do it now.
That's what I'm saying. For me being vocal is because I know that when it all comes out in the wash, or if I'm not even alive to find out if that ever happens, how dare them do that to my kids? take from my children, when everybody dies, but do they have to be pushed towards it? Or can they naturally ease out of life kindly?
With a full life.
With a full life. I'm not saying she won't have kids. I don't know that. My point is that the potential is there already. With cysts and all these issues, my kid already has enough negative potential for her health because of this that it's criminal.
He's 13 years old.
They're like I want to call them, social mafia. They're taking from society things, they're taking from this portion of society the things that their potential could afford them.
They're taking away hope. They're taking away a future.
Yeah, it's sickening. It's sickening to take away the potential that any of these children who may be hungry at night, I'm talking about the ones in tie-dyes programs, the ones who suffer through having not the right clothes or the embarrassment of, their mom's rehab or whatever, and then holding them in place and then not even affording them the future that they freaking deserve. That they don't have the confidence from seeing how their parents weren't able to speak up. They're not building confidence in these people. They're not enabling them to be better. They're disabling them. It sucks. I hate them for that. I can honestly say that I don't hate a lot of things. I hate them. I hate Dan Stone. I hate Bob Beck for looking in my face and telling me he can sleep at night with his drool on the side of his chin. I hate Jane Kim for acting like it's just a nothing. Meanwhile, telling me that she doesn't have any reason to look further, or she doesn't have the time to. I have the time. I have the research. You've never once offered to come and sit in my living room and look at the papers. Why should I hand deliver you your job? And I'm not saying I won't or didn't try. They keep saying they didn't get letters and they didn't get this. Bullshit. You didn't want to pay attention to it. It's just like when I entered it, when you entered it, when everyone else entered it, it was overwhelming. That's when they gave up. They saw something that scared them because it meant they would have to do something, and they got overwhelmed and they gave up because it doesn't pertain to them.
How do you know they got overwhelmed?
Because
They just didn't want to deal with it.
Potentially, but nobody can look at the breadth of information and data and
proof
evidence
and
not be overwhelmed by this. I defy anyone who says they can, because once you get into this, it is overwhelming. It doesn't stop. So do I not understand that? No, I understand that, but I don't understand making up excuses to get out from facing it. I don't understand ignoring it and hoping it'll go away. I don't understand that. It's lazy. It's unconscionable. How can you do that? And then look that same person in the face who tells you that their kid is now having thyroid issues, and your other one is, everybody's sick. And you know it because you met them years and years before when they weren't showing any signs.
Jane Kim met them young?
Yeah. In fact, at a time she was offering to put them on the youth board and the youth commission and blah, blah, blah. And it'd be great if your kids were... Yeah, really? What would they say to you now, Jane? Would you still be able to look my kids in the face if you had a one-on-one relationship